Hello, and welcome to the greatly enhanced preview of Perfect Pool Pricing built in Pool Pro Office. Today I'm going to review the enhancements built in Perfect Pool Pricing. I'll get started by going underneath the hood in Settings. In Settings, we can open up Perfect Project Pricing, and we can upload an existing Excel spreadsheet if you currently use an Excel spreadsheet and want to continue. Or we can go to our database pricing program built in Pool Pro Office. And I'll go back to that. We can also, in the contract, add a front page, which could be a cover page, and this could be a PDF, which might have multiple documents, and a back copy page on the back. And this allows you to load those documents to the proposal as it's created. And this could be your contract factors, your verbiage, whatever you'd like. It can be loaded in here, and it will load those to those proposals. I'll go ahead and get underneath the hood in Perfect Project Pool Pricing. In Perfect Pool Pricing, you can have multiple templates. So you can create multiple templates. You might have one for construction of a pool. You might have one for fiberglass pools, vinyl pools. You might have one for landscaping, remodels. Each template is unique, and you can name those templates and you can archive those templates. In this particular case, we're looking at the Artful Master pricing, and we've built this pricing program. There is base pool. And each line item we can create just like an Excel spreadsheet. We can create complicated conditional evaluations. We can have it optional 0 or 1, or required with no editing, or optional and greater than 0. Each line item we can put template notes that will add to that proposal automatically. Each line item we can have the effective date range. We can have either a material, a labor, or materials and labor. We could have a cost and a percentage added to that cost. We could make it a multi-option item that may have multiple options in this item. We can also note if this is a commissionable item. At each line item, we also have the capability of uploading images. And these can be viewed as you do your proposal in the sales side. But this is where you're building your master sets of templates. We could have images and videos at each level. So it's very comprehensive on what you can do at each line item, and very customizable and also very modifiable. Which is something that's not always easily done with an Excel spreadsheet if your Excel spreadsheet guy hides the codes behind it. In this particular case, we've actually built in the construction process. So when I go to my proposal, I can actually do a presentation at each line item with images and create a slideshow. So it not only becomes a tool to build your pricing template, but also your proposal, but you could also use it as a presentation tool in the home also. But this is where you'd build this template, and you'd build it out with all the line items that you offer in your pricing. It starts with going back to the groups. We create a master set of groups to work with, and these are your group names. Once we have our group names, then we go back to our items in that group. And you can have your group items. And each group would have a list of those items you've added to that group. And then step 3 is you create your pricing and add your pricing for each item. And what does this look like when it's done? We're also able to archive all these active templates, and it could be for landscaping, like I said, remodels. You name a template, it creates that template. It may be for a special pricing or promotion you have, and that enables the designer to pull up any of these pricing templates and create the estimate for that product. From here, we can go back over to the leads area, and we'll go to lead, an active lead. And I'll start with this one just to review. When you take your lead information, we can take the lead information, email it to the designer, and send out intro letter. We can also create perfect project pool pricing in the estimate and pull up a estimate, which I'll show you in just a little bit. We can store an estimate. So if I created my Excel spreadsheet, I could store that document in this file. I can also communicate and email a proposal out. This is a sample email proposal that was sent out, and I'll go ahead and take a look at that sample email proposal. This was the cover page that was emailed out, and it talks about the standards in this pool company's project. So it gives a list of an itemized, enhanced description of each item through the construction process, plumbing, equipment, selection sheets. And then comes the second page is that detailed estimate proposal that was filled out and prepared. At each line item, you can have the template that was built, and at each line item you can also have where the designer added additional notes to each individual line item. It will also give each individual itemized price and a group total on the side. There's your base spa, 35 square feet with 6 therapy jets and standard light. So each of these items were added on in the sales template as the designer added his quantities. As I get down to the bottom, we will have the total proposal amount. We can also have a group called features and specials. We can have a group called special project notes. These are additional notes that the designer may need to add to this proposal on the fly. And you have two choices. On that back page, you could have all your contract legalities, or you can also build a group called contract factors, which would have all those legal verbiage added to this proposal. So basically what it can do is move from a proposal to a contract all in one. And that gives you an example of what was emailed to the client. We can also view the proposal. I'll pull up the sample proposal that was prepared. And here again, as the designer logs in, he'll see the individual line items to add to it. In this particular case, there was some construction process. I could go ahead and click View Images, and it would create a slideshow for that construction process. If it was an individual line item such as a pump, you could pull up the spec sheet for that pump, the pump curve, and explain that to the client right there as you're creating that proposal for them. So we've combined presentation into the proposal side. As I go down here, we've added one base pool. It was a 450 square foot pool, so we have an additional 150 square feet. And I was able to add notes along with that. And as I go down the list, we needed a survey on this job. So we added an additional survey. Need new survey for easement. That was a designer's note. And we go into shell extras. This one had a 7-foot depth. Let's see if extra steel past 6 foot. So I add that extra note to that proposal. We've got a sun bench. We've added a spa. In that spa, it'll have list how many therapy jets in it, and then there's an additional note that the spa is raised up 12 inches. This has additional 2 therapy jets. As I go down my list, we go into the decking. This one has 760 square feet of paver decking. I can view some images of those paver decks if I want to show the customer what that paver deck looks like. And I can add, oops, not that one here. Any additional notes if I wanted to. We have 82 perimeter feet of bullnose brick trim. As I go down on my list farther, we've got raised beam areas, mono walls, concrete, so you created your whole master set of pricing lists. Lighting, all the options in lighting. We also have your pool sanitation. We have a salt system. And I could view that Pentair IntelliFlow salt system there on the fly and add additional notes, Pentair IntelliChlor. We have our pool automation, the Easy Touch. And there again, I have an image loaded in there so I could view that. And I think I add an additional note at that, automate your pool operation. We have a built-in in-floor cleaning system. This is a A&A Manufacturing. And a little slideshow on that. And who wouldn't want to automate that pool, that cleaning? As we go down the list, we have an upgraded pool finish to the pebble finishes. We've added a gas heater. Note on the gas heater is not including gas hookup. That was something the sales designer could add at that point. Let's see what else we have added in here. We've added a waterfall, and that's a custom natural stone built waterfall. As I go down the list some more, this one has a custom screen enclosure, and this has a quote bid of $8,200, and a list of what that screen enclosure comes with: raised mansard roof, 2 doors, gutters, and downspouts. We have a special, and that's the good customer discount of $500. We also have special project notes that was added right there, special project note from the designer. And we could also add any contract factors, and this could be a list of contract factors or legalities added to the proposal to a contract. At that point, you can actually, this proposal is saved as a PDF, so you can save as a PDF and actually take signatures from that PDF. So it enables you to make a proposal, present, and move a proposal to a contract all in one. Once I create this, I can preview this estimate, which is right down here. I'll go ahead and preview the estimate that would have printed out. And there again, it has each individual line item, the customer's name, who prepared it, and it goes down each individual line item with the additional notes the designer added. The other choice is I could go ahead and print this proposal out, or I could go ahead and email this proposal either with the contract front and back or without it, either way. And when I email that, that will actually store that proposal in this estimate. So I will have a record of every proposal I created for that client. I would also be able to look at any files and documents, which would have any images, 2Ds, my 3Ds out in the field, maybe 3Ds design in Pool Studio, or if I used my Excel spreadsheet versus Perfect Pool Pricing, I could load my Excel finished Excel spreadsheet document in here. So I have a record of it. This whole file can be moved into a project folder as soon as it's a sold lead. And it also tracks those communications with that client, all in one. Another thing that I like to do for a special customer is I'll actually take and build a proposal using iBooks. And it would actually open up into a video as soon as I open that book, which would have a 3D video presentation of their pool movie. From that, it would be individualized with their name, with a cover, with a picture of their image of their pool. Another image, some branding, creating a new experience. It's all about you and joy. Then came my itemized list and proposal with notes. I've actually built a custom template where I could add included optional items with images and a little description. The difference page, what makes us different as a pool builder. Separate yourself from your competitors. The standards page, enhanced list of items that came in the standard base pool package. This helps the customer understand what they're getting and what they're not getting. Some additional images. And as I built this template in iBooks, I can save the template and go in and just customize it for each customer and just move in the images and keep the same template. Together we can build your dream. A thank you. Thank them for the opportunity to provide a custom family pool proposal to transform their backyard and the poolscape of their dreams. And a thank you. And that's probably the most comprehensive and the best looking proposal that I've ever used in the field or when they came to the house. I could open that up in iBooks. It's got their name. And I could actually put it in their iPad if they want. So in Perfect Pool Pricing, we have enhanced it to where you can create your templates, pull up a template in the lead area, create an estimate, store the estimate, email the estimate, print the estimate, add a cover page, add the contract page, and email it, store your email communications, all in one place in Pool Pro Office. And that's your preview of Perfect Pool Pricing. Quite possibly the best pricing program for pool builders that I've seen, and presented by Mark Richter at Pool Pro Office. If you'd like more information, give me a call, 321-574-0358, or email me at sales@poolprooffice.com. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.